dear students, we all know that June 5th is World Environmental Day, and in today's section, we are going to discuss a matter relating with the environment, that is ozone layer depletion. While talking about ozone layer depletion, we have heard that this ozone layer depletion is more prominent in polar region. What is the reason? That's what we are going to discuss here today. And the process of depletion and replenishment occurs in a cyclical manner in polar region, and it starts by the end of March. By the end of March, as the sun's last rays disappears, it marks the beginning of a long period of dark winter. And that period marks the most windiest time in the Antarctic region. And that strong wind just above the Antarctica in the stratosphere creates a ring, and its name is Antarctic Polar Vortex. And inside that ring, the temperature is very low. It reaches almost minus 12 degrees Celsius, and because of low temperature, the particles that are present inside the ring get condenses and form some icy particles. Icy particles. And to these icy particles comes and binds certain reservoir molecules that bind the chlorine atoms. They comes and bind with these icy particles and forms the polar stratosphere clouds. Okay, and as this reservoir molecules bound with these icy particles, this chlorine atoms gets free from this reservoir molecules and accumulated in this area. But this time it will not interact with the ozone molecule that present here, and also it's not depleting the ozone layer that present in this area. And by the last period of August, the conditions start to change as the first ray of sun start to incident in the free chlorine molecules. It cleaves the chlorine molecules to chlorine atoms. This molecule, it cleaves the chlorine molecules to chlorine atoms, and these free chlorine atoms then start to interact with the ozone molecules present here and creates ozone hole in this area in the polar region. That means in the Antarctic. Okay, that way started to form ozone hole in this region, and this process continues till early October. Till October, that process of ozone depletion continues, and by the beginning of October, again the air that present here become warm because sun's rays are there. So the air become warm. As the air become warm, then these icy particles get melted, and the reservoir molecules that bound to it get free, and it again goes and bind with the chlorine. Okay. And by the beginning of November, the strength of the wind in this area comes down. As the strength lowered, this Antarctic polar vortex dies off. As this vortex dies off, then the ozone-rich air gushed into this area and seals the hole that formed here. Okay, in that way, the hole that formed in this area just above the Antarctica is sealed off, and it is stay as such till the arrival of next March, and that entire process cycles. I think everybody understand what is the reason, how this ozone hole formation is this much prominent and frequent in the polar region. Okay, thank you.
I'm an icon, man. And my girl about a 10. I should fuck her in the Benz.